Today, I show you how to make a mounting board for the Arduino Mega 2560 and the Ramps board. This is basically the Arduino cutout, if you can see it there. But this will be there so that you can mount your Ramps board wherever you want. This is just a demo on how to make what I made for my printer, but you can apply it and make your own for your printer, whatever you want to do with it. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, this is Kevin with Inventsmark, and today I'm going to be making a mounting plate for my Ramps board with the Arduino. And since I'm doing this, I just figured I'd record it anyway, simply because it's something that's practical that can be useful. And first off, what you want to do is get a good picture. And I downloaded this one, which is the board layout for the Arduino Mega. And credits to the person who made it. I downloaded this from their Flickr site. Just did a Google search for it, and this is one of the first ones that popped up. But that's who created it. Just thought I'd show that to get that there. Okay, so what we need to do is look at the dimensions of this, what it is basically to begin with. Just pick a couple of them here to kind of get the size right. So it looks like it's in inches and millimeters. So what we got here? We got 53.3. Let's take this cube here, and it's along the Y. Make that 53.3, and actually that should be good enough to be able to size this up to the right shape. So to get this sized correctly, it's the one down here. This is where you move it. That's looking pretty close there. Okay, so that's pretty close to being right. And so what's next here? Try to see this. Dimensions here is kind of a little bit off. So 101.6. Make that wireframe mode and move. Oh, wrong one. Move that over here. So from there to there, it's 101.6. So we can actually either shape it exactly or just basically put the holes where they need to be. There's the Uno, you can do that too if you want. We got that there. Let's make some cylinders here. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to get that to default. We want to have this 3x3 by, let's do 10. Move that up over here where that spot is. duplicate that. So move that where it needs to go. Duplicate that. There's that. Duplicate that. I don't even know if it has holes right here. Look at it. Actually, I have one here. Oh, it does. It actually does have holes there. Okay. I actually just fixed the one that I fried. I got a new MOSFET for the 5-volt regulator, because that's what fried on it when I did my magic frying act on it. So that's what actually was wrong, was just that little thing. Join all those together. But I got it so that it actually works now. I plugged it in and loaded the Arduino program and hooked up the serial monitor and showed the 3D printing code show up. So it was actually still working with all the programs. It didn't ruin it in any way except for the little regulator. That was all that was wrong. So I was kind of glad when I saw that. So that's the actual size there. There's several things we could do. We could just make a basic plate like this for it to sit in, or we could make it special and fancy. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to edit this and kind of make the layout of it. It's got one there. Got one there. So what I'm doing is adding loops here. Merge. Oh. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. That was kind of cool. I'm not sure what I did. I'll have to figure that out. Anyways, what I'm wanting to do... Actually, I can move that over here. Just to kind of make this more symmetrical. Need another loop here then. There's only another one there too. One right there. All these so they can line up. So there we have the layout of the Arduino there. All I did for the whole thing was just loop tools. With the actual board and the exact dimensions. And can actually make that and print that out like that, or make it more fancy. I think that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is also make the cutouts for that too there. I should use these existing ones. Move that up there. Move that there. Extrude that out. Move that. Add a new one there. Oh. I need to get a new mouse. My mouse has been messing up on me lately. It likes to double click on things like the actually all the buttons are doing it. I don't know, it's just a cheap $5 mouse, but it gets kind of annoying after time. So there's all the main cutouts. What I'm actually going to do is size this up ever so slightly. Just to make sure that there's enough room for play. So the dimensions aren't going to be exact, they'll be pretty close. Move this down a little bit. And then we'll add a cube. And just to make it strong, I'm going to make this, and 4mm should be strong enough. Like that. 5mm. Let's go 2mm there. What about 2? Actually, that's about 1.5. That's fine. Actually, what I'm thinking I need to do is move that all the way out. I think the ramps board goes on like that. And ramps board, all the pins underneath it for the solder. Oh, I can see something I just messed up on. When I extruded that, I didn't select all of them. There we go, that's better. Oh, yeah, that's good. And do it like this. Boolean difference, cube. I'm gonna go ahead and hide that now. So I got a layout for the negative fit into. Do a Boolean difference, cylinder, apply. Don't need those anymore. So I can either mount it and then put screws on the back, or I can do make this a little bit thicker and then just use the Boolean and make spots for the nut. Actually, I have inserts I could use. That's what I'm going to do. Grab that, make that a little bit bigger. They are 5mm round. So I'll make these 5.3, and they're 4mm high. So what we can do is line it up like that. Cursor to selected. Selected to cursor. And go this one. Cursor to selected. Duplicate that. Selected cursor. Cursor to selected. Duplicate that. Selected cursor. Cursor selected. Duplicate. Oh. One last one. Make sure I don't include these here. Okay, now we can join these all together. Go like this. And we want these to be just 1.5 mm between. What I can do is just make this a little bit wider. It's going to be pretty thick, but it's going to need to be pretty thick to hold up everything. So it's slightly under. Modifier Boolean difference. Cylinder. Looks good. Apply. Meet those cylinders now. Now I have room for inserts on the Arduino. And I'm actually going to be mounting this like this. I'm going to rotate it. Y. And we don't need the picture anymore. Okay, so now it looks good, and I'm actually going to be mounting this on the outside of the frame. So what I need to do is add some mounting things. Actually, how thick is this now? So the only thing that I don't like about Blender is the measuring. You don't really know exactly how thick something is without having to kind of mess around with it here. But it looks like that is about 7.3. So it's about the thickness of an iPhone. So almost kind of looks like an iPhone size, dimension wise. And why was I doing a square? I was going to do a cylinder. 7.3. See, I'm doing it on the Z even after I rotated it. It does that because the orientation is still that it's set for the way it normally would be, even though I rotated it. It's how it works. If you want to fix that, you do Control A in rotation. It sets everything back to 0, so this is where it's supposed to be. So it changes it back to Y where it's supposed to be. That's just a little quick tip there. Size, Shift Y. I have it go over there like that. Size X0, make it flat. Do that over here. Make this smaller. Really doesn't need to be that big because I got it, but 3/4 of an inch was 5.4 times 0.75. 19.05. And I'm just using this as a reference. This is how thick the angle iron I have is. So there's that. So this can actually go in about like that. And I think I'll use the 6mm bolts that I have. And there's my watch beeping, of course. I think I'll need 2 of those, so like this. Boolean difference. Cylinder. Apply. I can delete that. Duplicate. And I'm gonna join those together. And add modifier Boolean union. Cylinder. Apply. I'm going to add those just to make sure everything's 100% flat. Size Y 0. Just like this edge. Size Y 0. And there you have it. A mounting plate for the Ramps board. And it's actually going to go on this side of the angle iron. It's going to go about on the one side there. That's one thing I didn't think about when I was building this printer is where I'm going to put the board. It's like this little, I should have done this a long time ago. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.